Edit.
I don't need it. Alright, is it recording?
Yeah.
Who's your?
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, one take mic.
Come on, bro. You see me in action.
That's some multiple takes, bro.
Yo guys, it's your boy the Plurist and we're here to talk boxing. I'm with... Huh?
Man.
Got editor, man, don't worry. It's test run, isn't it? I'm here with Coach Mickey, head coach of the setup that we have. Ramas Mahmood, Super Bantamweight, Southern Area title, and we've got Jordan. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Fury. No, I don't know what to say.
Look, first of all, how many people can genuinely say that they expected or thought that could happen? Do you not think Fury, going into the fight, did you have any belief? Fury said what he was going to do. Did anyone believe he was going to do it?
No, well, I was just expecting him to...
I expected him to be more aggressive, so
yeah, sorry, I expected him just to go on the back foot and do what he did the first time, with maybe a few more spots of aggression, but not the way he did do it.
That's me personally, the same thing. I'll put money on him to stop him, but obviously changing the trainer, you knew he was going to have to be more aggressive than he would have been in the first fight, but I don't think anyone expected that much one-sided.
To be fair, I didn't expect him to do it, and I thought if he did try and do it, he would have got stopped early. I predicted Fury to get stopped, and the man keeps proving me wrong. But
you predicted Fury to get stopped?
I predicted Fury to get stopped. I thought Wilder would pull it off this time.
That's why we don't go to Rames for boxing knowledge.
And Fury proved me wrong again, so I can't bet this man. What you better get to him next time and loses.
I didn't expect it to be so easy to just walk in on such a big puncher, nothing come back. Every time Fury came in, 2 feints, a jab and a right hand. There was no head movement, there was no footwork, there was no counter, there was no boxing skill whatsoever on the back foot.
In other words, all the things Fury is good at, you didn't even see that fight.
Yeah,
all the things that
he didn't need to do it, and I think he was very strategic in walking him down. I know people were saying, he just walked him down, but it was still the first 2 rounds, he was still stepping off. He was getting in for a few shots, but then he'll step back to miss Wilder's shots, and then obviously make him miss, make him pay. I think he made him pay well, and I think Wilder just never seen nothing like that before. He never had someone literally with no respect come in and walk him down. Yeah, I think that was the...
Touching on what you just said, Fury's the only person that's got in with Wilder, showed him no respect. He's walked him down, and then from the beginning, Wilder's used to being the person putting them on the back foot. He's not used to taking a step back, and even if he is, he's looking to load up. He felt Fury's jab early on, it was a stiff jab, and then from then he was highly alert, he was throwing wild shots. Although he's wild anyway, he just looked extra cautious. Cautious. And like I said, Fury's the first person to show me respect, and it shows. Wilder's defense, awful, and he's just exploited that. And it's awful. Like recently, the guy's had 40 professional fights. How many is an amateur? He's an Olympian, he's a bronze medalist. You're telling me you can't stick your hands up and tuck up? Like it's unheard of. And obviously, he's got that monstrous power. He's got a way up till now, not having no defense. But to me, as a professional athlete, that's like being a footballer and not being able to use your left foot. Or vice versa. Like you're doing it day in, day out. You shouldn't have defense.
I was saying to Mickey earlier, there's been certain fighters in certain periods of fights, like Eric Molina. He stuck on Wilder for a couple rounds, caught him with a left hook. Well, obviously, he ain't got the scores like Fury, so he got knocked out. Johan Duopa, this guy there, who the hell is that?
Still Cup.
Yeah, Still Cup gave him lots of trouble, innit? So it's not a case of Fury exposed Wilder. We knew this guy was terrible, innit?
Yeah,
we just didn't know he was that bad.
But in my defense at that, obviously, I said personally, Fury has come on. Wilder has come on a lot since
them fights.
Since them fights, and even since the first Fury fight. I said personally, I think the guy's got a lot more. Like, he's calm, he's patient because he knows to set up the right hand. And even his right hand is a lot more direct, it's a lot straighter. The early knockouts was wild looping shots. Where since then I think he will quite get a lot cleaner knockouts. Like the Brazil fight and the
Esteban
Ortiz, the last one. It was good straight right hands where they weren't kind of wasted, you know what I mean? So again, I know you're saying about it wasn't necessarily he was exposed by Fury because you see the weaknesses, but I think it still was a better Wilder than all them other guys fought. But Fury is that much better than that much of a higher level above that he just made it look like a walk in the park.
Good question. Out of all of other Wilder's opponents that he's fought, how many of them are taller than, or bigger than?
Can't think of any.
Washington will be similar height.
Washington was giving him a tough time as well, to be fair, for 4 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the big difference here is that all Wilder's other opponents gave him some sort of respect. It feels like in this fight, Fury gave him zero
No
respect.
respect.
He sat on him, he smothered his words, took the distance away from his right hand. He literally gave him no respect whatsoever. And I think the fact that Wilder, I think
It is. Just let him talk.
I think the fact that Wilder knew that Fury had zero respect for him is that it made Wilder go into a bit of a show.
But he didn't realise that till 2 rounds in. You know what I mean? He didn't really, obviously, he got in there with full intentions. Yeah, come down with a suit, come down with a face mask thing, like, you know what I mean? In his head, he thought, bam, this is business as usual. But obviously, 2 rounds in, he started thinking, raw, what is going on here? Like you said, no one's ever backed him up like that. That lack of respect to allow Fury back him up. No one's ever backed Wilder up like that. We know Wilder likes his distance to let off the power shot. No one's ever smothered him, and he's never. Tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know, but I've never seen a Wilder knockout from a short inside shot.
Impossible.
Everything's long range. So I think it was a boxing masterclass. Fury knew, closed that gap, and he had no weapons again. No answer for it. For a man that's going to be physically bigger than him, stronger than him, and getting up close and personal.
Deontay Wilder has 30 days to initiate his rematch clause. If you was a part of his team, how would you advise him?
Run. Go as far away from Tyson Fury as possible. I won't go near him.
Wilder's a fighter, he's always going to want the rematch clause, but his trainers and team, as you said, I think should avoid it for now. I think if I'm Wilder and they're desperate for the AJ and Fury fight, Wilder can pretend like he's going to execute their rematch clause, try and get a bit more money out, step aside, let AJ and Fury do their thing, and then make a few adjustments that he needs to. Maybe the winner of AJ would become franchise champion and he could be his own belt, something like that. But I think for now, the immediate rematch isn't in Wilder's best interest.
Yeah, I think going forward, I mean, technically he's lost 2 fights in the bounce. Fury should have won the first one. He's got so much he needs to improve. If he exercises that 30-day rematch clause, that means he's going to be fighting in June, potentially.
Around about, yeah.
Yeah, because that's when they want to have it. Wilder's got too much that he needs to fix in that time scale. But also, the problem that he faces is that, okay, if he doesn't take that rematch and there's not a deal in place where he fights the winner of AJ and Fury,
Where does he go?
he's potentially waiting another 2 years, 3 years before he can even challenge for that belt. You're going to have the rematch with Tyson Fury AJ. You're going to have Dylan White thrown in there because he's been mandatory for goodness how many days now. You're going to have Usyk that's been running, he's up and coming. You're going to have, in that time scale, probably Daniel Roger Joyce, all these up and coming fighters coming. It's, are you prepared to sacrifice that chance of getting him back now, like what AJ did, or wait and you develop yourself? But he's getting older as well, so do you want to run the risk of?
I thought AJ was brave to take the Ruiz fight straight away, given what happened. But even he had the 3 rounds of success that he could take positive from and think that it was adjustments. Wilder, his team got to know that it's not no little adjustments they've got to make. They've got extreme.
That's what I wanted to say. Ramos said he has to work on certain adjustments. Throughout Wilder's whole career, what can you say he has improved and what? The only thing I've heard people say is the right hand's
Yeah. This is the argument we had earlier.
You know what it is? It's like Superman, just walking around, just knocking everyone out. And all of a sudden, you got someone made of kryptonite. There's nothing you can
I think the case of Wilder is that he's always known he can blast them out, so he's neglected them improvements because he's always been winning. I think maybe now that he's lost, he might go back, and I might be wrong, but he might go back and maybe...
Even the Ortiz fight, people saying he's improved, he knows how to set the right hand.
Nah.
What he did was get battered for 6 rounds and then land on right hand.
He didn't improve, don't worry, he set the right hand well, he didn't improve, but I think because he's always been winning, he's also known that...
But I think that Ortiz fight, I think he tried to be different. I think he went in there and he tried to work on boxing. Obviously he weren't working well because like he said he was getting schooled, but at least it was nice to see him, rather than going out the way he did against Brazil, got boom, 2 shots. He just calm, composed. So maybe that was a practice from the game, from the training point of view. Maybe that was a game plan to practice what he would want to do against Fury by being patient, being calm.
The thing is, Ortiz was his first loss, right? Wilder was
Ortiz's first
loss. He's a smooth operator. I mean, he's a southpaw, he's seasoned Cuban boxer.
He's 80 years old.
Yeah, 80 years old. But obviously he knows his way around the ring. Mate, the thing is, in boxing, people go their whole careers potentially not fighting people. I mean, let's just take the guy who lost all his belts to J-Rock.
Joe Hearn.
if you look at his record, I ain't seen one